Hi, Jasia. My name is Daphne. I'm one of the essay correctors here at podcast.com. Thank you for sending in your essay for correction. A really good idea to try and get some feedback. You've obviously done your exam before, so this is what we can do to help you find out how you can get the grade you want. Okay, so here we go. IELTS general letter. Just a few things here on the greetings. Okay. Mr., you need a full stop after this, and Mrs. full stop after this. This is the grammar, so grammatical range and accuracy. That's really, really important. Yours sincerely is okay, but you're going to stay with them as a guest in a way, and so your tone of your letter should be neutral, informal. So better would be kind regards. This also shows the examiner you know the difference between a formal letter and an informal letter. So this would be more appropriate. So that's the first thing I'm going to look at, and the first thing the examiner will look at as well. My name is Alex James. Don't use any punctuation. Use linking words instead. And I'm a second year English Lit student from Manipal Uni. Okay. Rather than this, because this is a bit formal for me, and this is quite similar to the prompt as well, I think you need to get away from that. You could say something like that. I am so excited to be staying with you when I come to the UK next month, or something like that. Next month, something like that. I mean, you can carry on a little bit more if you want, but I think you need just a more general, more friendly tone here. And something like "I'm so excited to be staying" is a very important chunk of language, so useful language, just more the right kind of level. Maybe, and I would put here something that is you're going to be your first visit. I will put this information up here. This will be my first visit to the UK. Then, on your questions, I think it's very important to be realistic about what questions they would know the answers to and what questions they won't. I think this is an impossible question for an English family. How would they know that? Yeah, that's not their job to know that. The airport people will know that, but they won't know that. So I think you have to be sensible and think about what would be the right thing. So I would say I would be grateful if you could answer a few questions for me. Yeah. And then firstly, I think it's very important this. I'd be grateful if you could answer a few questions. That's really, really important. It's a nice, again, like this, they're kind of quite important expressions. Firstly, so I would completely cancel this bit altogether. I would lose that. I think it's the context just doesn't work. Firstly, this is quite useful. Could you tell me the details of public, or how, let's do a new question. So firstly, I've heard the weather is cold or I've heard it rains a lot in April or June. So I've heard it rains a lot in June. Should I bring some extra warm clothes with me, or is it easy to go shopping near you? Something like that. And then, in addition to this, you don't need that. In addition to this, please could you provide me with details of public transport in your area with easy access to tourist locations and the university where the course is taking place. So refer back to the course you're going to go on. Okay, so make your questions relevant, make your questions realistic. It is very important. It's to do with the context. My program starts, I wouldn't say is intended, it would have to be in ED, grammatically correct. Just my program starts or runs from. You can't intend it to start from. You can just, starts from 23rd of June, it's a week-long event. However, this is all nice, very good. Be staying there till 1st of July. We don't need to have of, actually, we can just go 1st July and 19th June. Hope my essay will cause any disturbance to your daily routine. A disturbance to your preposition there. Yeah, look forward to seeing you soon. That's really nice. And meeting your family, maybe. So just keep it friendly and then kind regards. Okay? And you'd have a full stop after your name there. Right, so a few little things, mainly just a couple of little grammar things which are important, and then just keeping the questions realistic, thinking about the context of the letter. In social marketing, okay, this is a hard essay. It's an essay that causes students a lot of problems. I think the biggest difficulty is understanding this idea of international marketing. And what we really want here is this concept of it being selling, advertising. Okay, so you think about a company like Apple, a company like Nike, companies like Starbucks, McDonald's, spread American culture, American lifestyle. A lot of people don't like that. So nowadays it's argued by many that international marketing is essential for countries' development. However, some believe it causes invasion and intrusion. Now, from an exam point of view, okay, this sentence is no good because you've used the same words as in the question. You cannot use the same words as in the question. You have to paraphrase. I'm sure you've been told by that before. If you haven't, you should have been. International marketing is essential. Okay, you have to show the examiner you understand this, but in your own words. Okay, so nowadays, in a world which is increasingly globalized, okay, advertising from large corporations into smaller or less developed countries can often be unwelcome. Okay? And put a full stop there. Okay, from my perspective, in this era with a sort of recession, international marketing, you'd have to say, is highly needed, not only to provide. Yeah, but you see, again, all you've done there is use those words and just turn them around. That's not enough. You need to do more than that in the introduction. Okay, you need a good general statement, something like that, which shows that you understand this idea. Okay, here, give me your opinion. It's perspective, not prospective. Perspective. Perspective is different. Perspective in this area, I wouldn't necessarily bring up recession, but okay. International marketing is may be viewed as highly necessary. Okay, that goes not highly needed, highly necessary, not only to provide economical support for countries, for smaller businesses maybe, but also here we go. You to introduce or to offer people different or an idea into different traditions or something like that. I kind of think you need to not necessarily say everything in the introduction because this is a very long question. You need to show the examiner you understand the idea of it. Then you need to introduce your essay. Discuss the key issues using examples from, and then you need to have one example in each paragraph. This is to do with the coherence. So, okay, so issues on the introduction there. Show you understand. Don't just change the words. Show you absolutely understand that question, and you're telling me where you're going to go with it. On one side, opening doors of foreign business establishments can cause various problems. Yep. First of all, people from other parts of the world will not only bring business to the country, but also bring negative reinforcements with them, such as drugs, harmful weapons, which could lift the crime rate. Okay. Now, this sentence is lovely. Okay. For foreign business establishments to advertise and sell their products, keep it connected. Could, I'd use the modal verbs here. Could, may, might. Don't use can so much. Can is making a statement which you can't prove. These are better. And I'm putting this in because you've got to connect this back to advertising. Could cause various problems. Now I want you to tell me the problems. I don't want anything to do with this because that's not connected to the title. Now I'm talking about advertising. You see what I mean? We're not talking about trade or anything like that. So the problems might be that people prefer eating at McDonald's. So number one problem, their local food shops go out of business. They can't trade anymore. Number two, there's a problem of health and obesity. So those are the problems you want to develop there. You could use examples such as McDonald's, such as Starbucks. It's the American way of life and brings other problems with it. In addition, outside people may have different amplitude and attitude. Yes, exactly. So that's fine. So again, you could connect that nicely. Just change that bit in there. On the contrary, international marketing or advertising on social media, change it around. Don't always repeat this. Could bring a lot of positive empowerment as well. For instance, allowing different nationalities to come and work would expose people to a wide range of work strategies and techniques, which in turn could benefit them to enhance their business. Okay, I like that idea. Just connect it a little bit to advertising, okay? Allowing to come and work, in order to build their companies and we really companies and trading, no, not trading, and product promotion. We have to keep this on task, which means you have to keep this idea of advertising very, very strong in your mind. Yes, absolutely. So give me an example. Yeah, what could a local company learn from another company who's on the doorstep? So what could happen? Well, give me an example here. A younger generation would be exposed to various nationalities and cultures, which, don't use this punctuation, use a connecting word, which would allow them to grow and be nurtured. We wouldn't be nurtured vividly. I think that's a little bit awkward because you're talking about work. So grow and gain experience and professionalism with a vast knowledge of work in local and international markets. Yeah. Don't put that. It's not formal enough. Put additionally or furthermore. Could provide opportunities for unemployed people to have jobs. And so again, don't use a connecting word instead. Okay, yes, that is fine. So that paragraph is more on track. There's lots and lots of good stuff here. The main issue for me is the task achievement, staying on, making sure you answer this question. But honestly, most students get this wrong. It's a very tough essay question, and this is why we use it. But it shows me very clearly where your issues are. So answering the right question is a problem here. I think also organising your paragraphs really clearly, so making sure each paragraph is concise and precise and very professional, working with an academic style. Okay. So in conclusion, don't use this. That's just, you don't need those words. In my opinion, I believe you need to say what, offers some good things and offers some bad things. Okay, so you need to sum up your arguments here. And so you need to kind of sum up your main arguments there, and then could provide the potential for one's apostrophe s for a country to grow economically, as well as in terms of diversity. Good. Through the introduction of an alternative way of thinking, something like that. Okay, so I hope that helps you in terms of what to look out for when you're preparing for your exam. You've got some nice vocabulary in there. You've got some nice grammar. So the grammatical range, I would suggest using more modal verbs, trying to use some more tenses, maybe a bit more variety, complex sentences, conditional sentence in there, maybe a passive, just to upgrade your grammar. I think that'd be important. Main issues for me are the task achievement and the coherence. So this is building the paragraphs. The online course, which I just want to mention to you, we work with a lot of students on their writing very successfully, getting them from 6.5 to band 7. We do essay corrections like this. There's a total of 8, and I can offer you 2 free ones today, so you'd have 10 essay corrections. And the course is structured with little video modules, 18 little videos showing you exactly what to do. So I think, yeah, have a look at that. I think you might find that really helpful. Well done and good luck for your preparation.